New improved No Bull XMT.
Now this powerful formula has been improved to help you increase time under tension. Clinical studies have shown gains of up to 8 pounds of muscle in only 12 weeks.
No Bull XMT, the muscle building pre-workout.
If he had never lifted weights, he would still be called a hero. If he had never stepped back onto a stage, he'd still be known as the king. If he had never won that 8th Olympia title, he would still go down in bodybuilding history. And if he had never started his own supplement company, he'd be a living legend. But he wouldn't be Ronnie Coleman.
Welcome back to another edition of the Muscle Meds Daily Dose of Muscle, brought to you by Active Armor Nutrition. I'm your host, Pete Kacharian, here with today's bodybuilding news. It's Friday, June 13, 2014, and on today's edition, the 2014 Mr. Olympia to be broadcasted on NBC. Kevin English returns for the 212-0, and IFBB Pro Ben Pakulski receiving some heat on his new product. Plus our Daily Dose fact, right here on the Daily Dose of Muscle. Some very big news in the bodybuilding community as American Media Inc. and NBC Sports Group announced their partnership for the 2014 Mr. Olympia competition. This means they're planning to televise the 2014 Mr. Olympia contest on NBCSN. The partnership will feature 2 90-minute telecasts of the 50th annual Mr. Olympia contest. This brings the Mr. Olympia back to TV for the first time since 1984, when Lee Haney won his first of 8 titles. NBCSN will televise 2 90-minute specials around the event, the first on October 18th at 1:30 p.m. and the second on October 25th at 5:30 p.m. Although it's just a highlight segment, it's a big step in bringing bodybuilding back into the mainstream media. Former 202 champ Kevin English has announced his comeback after taking some time off. English, once the king of the 202 division, is now back to the Olympia in September to battle it out for the 212 division. Many critics have said English has fallen off, but then again, the time off may just be what his body needed and his plan all along. Stay tuned for more updates on English in the coming weeks. IFBB Pro Ben Pakulski has always been a bodybuilder known as a fan of science and research, as seen in Generation Iron training in a university lab. But in recent contests has progressively placed work, and now seems to be focused more time than ever on creating training programs for the general population. While Pakulski has recently released another training system, many fans are criticizing Pakulski as a sellout. While no one can deny his knowledge and experience in bodybuilding, many are questioning if he's simply taking them in another direction. It's time now for the Daily Dose Fact, brought to you by Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym, the East Coast Mecca. Today's Daily Dose Fact is, the first bodybuilding show was staged in 1891 and billed The Great Show, was developed and promoted by none other than the great Eugene Sandow. This show was promoted 3 years before the actual contest. And that does it for another edition of the Muscle Meds Daily Dose of Muscle, brought to you by Active Armor Nutrition. I'm your host, Pete Kacharian. See you on Monday. And for all your bodybuilding news, updates, and entertainment, make sure to follow Natural Vitamins.